I'm talking to him and I'm like explaining to him like, okay, this is why me and you stopped talking, you know, this is why whatever, because at a point like we kind of just stopped talking because we started becoming really toxic. Like we started arguing all the time, we started going back and forth all the time. So I was like explaining to him like, you know, this is why me and you are not going to work out, this is why whatever. He's like, you know what, I don't care, what are you talking about? He's like, you know what, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't even like you. I was always in love with your sister, but because your sister was cool with my little sister is the reason why I liked you. So I was like, hi guys, welcome to my life, my world, my anything. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well, doing good in the hood. This is another story time. Child, alright. You know what? This just recently happened, but I think I'm gonna sell it because I don't think these people watch me. Because I know the dude used to watch me, but I don't think he watched me. So I'm gonna explain the dynamic, right? This literally happened this weekend, alright? So if you guys don't know, right, I am not a type of person who really go out, right? So like I said previously, I mean, I'm going to do a story time on like my whole son's father, how I got locked up. You see this shirt? I got this shirt in another video and it's in red and I got it in 2 different colors, right? And this color, I thought this color was like, I don't know, like light pink, but it looked like the red one I have. Don't worry about it. Alright, but anywho, right? So I'm gonna explain this story time because this story time literally just happened like this weekend, right? Alright, so like I told you, the dynamic, you know, my son's father got me locked up. I haven't dated, so I went 3 years being celibate. Like, don't talk to nobody, didn't kiss nobody, don't hug nobody, whatever, right? So Triflin's brother used to like me a lot when I was younger, right? But he's older than us. Like, he was like, when I knew him back in the days in high school, he had kids, he was married, he had all that, okay? You heard me, high school, right? So Triflin's brother is like 10 years older than me. Yeah, like 10 years older than me, right? 10 years, yeah. So Triflin's brother used to always like tell his sister like, yo, I like her, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna keep it name Triflin's brother. I like her, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever. She's my crush, whatever, right? So every time Triflin's like he'll come and everybody like, oh, Triflin's brother, there goes Tasha, there goes your girl, whatever. And he'll always like, oh, what's up? But he never really kind of talked to me. He always had this kind of like mean way to him, right? And he was kind of mean to Triflin's mind you, Triflin, if you don't guys are not hip, Triflin is my little sister's friend. Triflin is not my friend. I am not Triflin's age. Triflin and I started becoming cool because Triflin was going through a lot and she ended up living in my house for like probably like a year, right? Like a year, whatever, right? Because Triflin was those type of kids that was just very rebellious. She didn't really listen, you know, she was just those type of kids, whatever. So I took her in, her mom, you know, her mom was like, you know, thank you, you know, whatever. You know, I took her in like a little sister, but Triflin was one of like, I don't know, I always have a soft spot for Triflin, but Triflin was those type of people that you just gotta be careful because she comes in your life on purpose and she will make up stories about like I don't know, she's such a compulsive liar. It's just, I don't understand her, right? So Triflin's brother used to like me like a lot. Like, you know, he used to always tell people like, yo, that's my girlfriend, that's my girl. Like, you know, playing around, that's my wife, like whatever. So every time I see Triflin like, there's your wife, like whatever, right? So, okay, fast forward. After my son's father, you know, I went through my own thing, whatever. My son's father moved on, child. He didn't even look back. Child, he stopped taking care of his son. I'm doing everything, right? So I lived with my aunt, ended up moving to my own spot in a year. gang, okay? So I haven't dated. So at the time, this is when me and Sensitive was mad cool. So me and Sensitive, I ended up giving Sensitive this job that she has now, right? Because when I worked in the pharmacy, Sensitive gave me the job. So I actually gave Sensitive this job that she's working at now, whatever, right? So me and Sensitive used to talk on Teams all the time. So and I told you, Sensitive is only cool when she don't have a man. If she has a man, Sensitive all of a sudden is having so much problems. She's so bitchy, she's this, she's that, because she's the type of girl that she's kind of like, she lives, I told you, she lives this fairy tale love life. You know what I'm saying? So me and Sensitive started becoming mad cool, whatever, right? So me and Sensitive used to, like I told you, me and Sensitive was always friends, but this is like our closest time. Like, we always talk on the phone together. We're always on the phone morning, day and night, whatever, right? Okay, so when Triflin's brother, one day, I think I put a post up saying that I was single. Triflin's brother be in every post. Every post I write, Triflin's brother is in the post, right? So one time I said I was single, and he's like, single? Question mark, question mark. And, you know, I always play, like, talk to him flirtatiously. Like, I talk to every guy flirtatiously. I think I'm just a flirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, love. Thank you, sweetheart. Da-da-da. Yep, single. Maybe you'll be next. Like, play around. But I don't think I said anything. I think he said single, and then with question mark, right? So then Triflin's brother writes me in the inbox. Okay? He goes in the inbox asking me like, oh, I wonder if, you know, we can ever meet, da-da-da, you know, whatever type of thing. You know, I was telling Sensitive, like, oh, Triflin's brother hit me up, but, you know, he's older, he's a Haitian dude, and I know he knows my ex, Gene, okay? I know, because every Haitian person, if you meet a Haitian person and they play in the soccer field, they all know each other, okay? But some of them really don't know each other. They'll probably see each other, but they don't know each other. But I had a feeling that Gene knew him, because when I was dating Gene, that's how me and Gene broke up, because Gene used to always make me drop him off at the soccer field, right? So, as you guys know, these are not these people's real name, okay? Because I do know a real Gene, so I don't want that Gene to write me like, oh, you talking about me? No, baby, I'm not talking about you, right? So I started like, I dropped him off, and, you know, I used to do the same thing. That's how me and Gene broke up, because me and Gene started going to the soccer field. As you guys know, me and Gene have not spoken for over 14 years, 15 years, okay? All right, let's whatever. So me and Triflin's brother, we started dating, right? Well, Triflin's brother came, I think, yo, you know what? I haven't smashed for man long. I smashed him, right? And Triflin's brother was playing the boyfriend role, like he was my man, whatever. But a lot of people kept coming up to me and it's like, yo, Triflin's brother is not single. Triflin's brother has a kid. I know he had kids, but people was like, he lives with his baby mother. He take care of his baby mother. I mean, a bunch of people, because my sister knows people, so a whole bunch of people, when my sister's talking, people like, oh, Tosh, my sister's going out with Triflin's brother. Like, Triflin's brother, ain't he married? Don't he got a wife? Don't he live with his wife? Like, so when I was explaining to him, like, yo, you know, I heard you got a wife, Triflin was like, no, I don't have a wife. What wife? I don't have a wife. You know what I'm saying? But he technically does not have a wife. He has a baby mother that he lives. Mind you, he take care of his baby mother, okay? He take care of his baby mother. He pays his baby mother's bill. All that girl do is sit and chill, okay? He does everything, right? So mind you, I'm your side chick, right? And you're not doing what you're doing, but I'm not going to dog Triflin's brother. Triflin's brother will do. Like, if I ask or if I need something, he'll give it. If I don't have certain bills, he'll pay for it. And he was the type of guy who would always get me flowers. So every time I had the red roses, that's when my boy, like, this dude gave me red roses. I said, let me change the color because it reminded me of Triflin's brother. So every time I get the red roses, I know, like, okay, it was Triflin's brother. Every time he comes, red roses, you know what I'm saying? He was sweet, but the problem with Triflin's brother, me and him have the same type of personality. Triflin's brother is tough, I'm tough. I don't know how to submit, and he's very bossy. He thinks like you're supposed to, like he tells you what to do. Now I find out that I'm your side chick, so now I don't have respect for you like that anymore, right? So me and Triflin's brother, you know, we would talk, whatever. When I found out he had the girl, I was like, I cut it off, then I talked to him again, then I cut it off, then I talked to him again, because it started becoming a toxic thing. Then I started noticing, I said, Tasha, you work very hard to leave your son's father, who was your man. Why are you going through all this with a man that's your side man, right? Alright, so me and Triflin's brother, we started like kind of like talking. This is before I found out, whatever. So, you know, he used to always come over, you know, whatever. But then I started noticing the signs, like, you know, when he gets home, he'll be on FaceTime, because Haitians are very big with WhatsApp. So he'll be on FaceTime and he'll be like, okay, good night. Or if he's at home, he won't really talk. And when he's at home, he's mad rude. Like, I started noticing, like, if he's at home, he started giving me attitude for no reason. Like, he'll start texting because he can't do voice note because, mind you, he's not with his baby mother. But it's just weird. He's not with his baby mother, but then he's doing all the stuff. So I was like, alright, he's just playing the game. Mind you, he's older. To me, it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So Triflin's brother ended up kind of like, you know, I kind of found out. So me and Triflin's brother kind of started becoming a tick for tack. Like, he'll come back, I'll be cool with him, then we'll get into an argument, because he's expected me to be the same Tasha that he had before. But now it's like, to me, I'm like, yo, I don't really care for you like I used to anymore, because now you're smashing, you know, I found out that you got a girl. So it's like, you know, I'm gonna just leave you over there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a pretty girl. But the thing about Triflin's brother, I will start noticing he will start dissing me. So if you know, back in when I first was dating Triflin's brother, I gained a lot of weight after my son's father's my you know, breakup. I gained crazy weight. I went from being like 200 pounds to almost 275 pounds, bro. Right now I'm at 238. You know what I'm saying? I'm tall and I like my weight like this. But they want to get me to 165. I said, so 215 is my goal and I'm done. I don't want to be too small because I'm really tall. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm too skinny, I know whatever. And I don't got no titties. Like, my boobs went away. It's gone. Like, where thou art boobs. Like, today I was looking at my boobs. I said, there's nothing there. It went back to being the way it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, so he used to always try to make me feel bad about myself. Like, if I told you I thought I have endometriosis, but they think I have PCOS. So now I always was the type of person who had facial hair, mustache, sideburns. I was always that person. I always had it since I was young. It's like, mine wasn't as, it's not as bad, but if you go in my face, you're like, you got a mustache. You got a beard. Yes, I do. I do. You know what I'm saying? I am a type of person, like, you see my hair texture. You know, a lot of people, this has always been me. If you look at my little pictures, I always had sideburns. Like, I don't know, it was meant to be. I always had thick eyebrows. I don't know. So he was the type of guy, like, he would always try to put me down. Oh, you would be prettier if your stomach was flat. My nigga, you ain't got no hair, you bald. Like, you know, you got male pattern baldness. But I started noticing he started doing that because he knows that if he destroys me, I will stay around and be his side chick, right? So he started kind of like putting me down. And I kept telling him, I was like, I have a lot of health issues that's going on. You just don't understand what's going on. Because at a point, after I lost my, the last baby with the miscarriage, I started getting like a lot of like things going on with my uterus, a lot of pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, even sometimes when I'm bang bang chicka bang banging, it will hurt. You know what I mean? Not with him though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it will hurt. Like, before, when me and my son's father was smashing, it will hurt. Mind you, me and my son's father, when we broke up, we went 2 years celibate. So low-key, I've been celibate without no bang bang chicka baby for 5 years. When I met Triflin's brother, and me and Triflin's brother started bang bang chicka baby, the thing about Triflin's brother is, we do it everywhere. Like, the sex drive and everything was there. Okay, so fast forward, whatever. So me and he started just trying to kind of put me down. Oh, you would have been pretty or whatever. So we started just arguing. And it's like we became toxic. Like, we'll argue, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I put it down on him. So he kind of started becoming like addicted with me. Like, he'll just come around, smash me, leave, smash, whatever. Then at a point, it just became like, you know what? I started kind of arguing with him, and he started kind of trying to make it seem like you're the problem, you're the issue, you're the whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro, I've been past this, you know? Like, why am I going back and forth with you, arguing with you for something like, you're not even a man that I really want to be with, right? Alright, so he disappears, he comes back again, we start talking, and then we got, like, I think we started talking about everything, right? So we started having a conversation. I started explaining to him, like, you know, this is how I feel, this is how I'm feeling, you know, like, I thought it was like a mature conversation. So I was explaining to him, like, you know, this is what I'm feeling, this is how I feel, you know, this is, you know, why we broke up, or this is why we was having problems. He's like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know. Like, till this day, I had to send this message to my boy Marco. I think I sent it, I told D about it. I don't think I sent the message to D. I can't remember. But that time, D and Marco was my two closest friends, right? And then I sent it to Sensitive. I sent it to my sister. I sent it to my cousin. I sent it to mad people, because I just was like, what the fuck? How did what? So we're talking, we're having a conversation. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like explaining to him, like, okay, this is why me and you stopped talking. You know, this is why whatever, because at a point, like, we kind of just stopped talking because we started becoming really toxic. Like, we started arguing all the time, we started going back and forth all the time. So I was like explaining to him, like, you know, this is why me and you are not gonna work out, this is why whatever. He's like, you know what, I don't care, what are you talking about? He's like, you know what, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't even like you. I was always in love with your sister, but because your sister was cool with my little sister is the reason why I liked you. So I was like, okay. And it made me feel away, no lie. My poor sister, I kind of took out the anger on her and she didn't do nothing. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you dated me for all this time, but the whole time you liked my sister? I didn't understand. My sister's beautiful, so, you know, I get it. But, nigga, you mad old, bro. You about to die tomorrow. And you talking about what? Like, you know, I was like, all right, don't worry about it. So then I blocked him, right? I blocked him, living my life like it's golden. I started talking to Alcoholic. This is when Alcoholic, you know, whatever. Me and Alcoholic started dating for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, me and Alcoholic started dating, so he comes back again. So this is when me and Sensitive, I told you, me and Sensitive, we used to talk every day. So I'm telling Sensitive, and Sensitive like, nah, I don't F with him, because she started hating him. So then one day, I think he wrote my sister, he wrote Sensitive, like basically explaining her side. And Sensitive's like, yo, I'm not responding to him, like, you know, whatever. So he kept writing me, he's like, please unblock me, Tasha, please unblock me. I said, what? And then he tried to act like his actions like he said nothing. So he just tried to make it seem like, you know what, like, we're talking about, like, I was talking and I'm like explaining, and he's like, you know, you missed this D, you know, you missed this D. Like, my nigga, what are you talking about? So then when he kept going back and forth, like, you know, you missed this, you know, you missed this, I'm like, yo, I don't understand what this nigga's talking, what this dude's talking about, right? So I'm like explaining, like, dog, do you not take accountability, whatever? And he just kept trying to talk to me like deflect everything he said. He's like, oh, like, you think it's, yeah, I did love your sister, but I don't love your sister no more. It's you who I love now. And I told you, sometimes love don't mean love. They mean that I like you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know for him, because he's Americanized. So, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And I was distraught, because I told you, I have not dated low-key since my son's father. So it's been 4 years since I've been by myself. I finally get this dude a chance, and then he's a piece of shit himself, bro. But then I was like, yo, Tasha, you really don't want a relationship. I know I don't. I'm not really ready for a relationship right now, right? Because I need to be single. I was with a man for 8 years. I was in, like, low-key, I call it jail. I was in the worst relationship for 8 years. And then it's like, now you're free, and now you're trying. No, I'm not gonna say it was the worst relationship, but towards the ending it became trash. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, not towards the ending, probably towards the middle, maybe, yeah, towards the beginning. Anywho, right? So I was like, you was with this dude for 8 years, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want a relationship. I think you're just lonely, right? So at a point I was like, you know what? Who cares? You know, let it be, whatever. So I kind of moved on. I'm talking to my friends. I'm telling Keita. I'm telling Cam. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, they're my YouTube friends, but my real friends in real life. And I'm explaining it. Cam, like, and Keita, yo, Keita be like gangster with it. Yo, Keita, you know, Cam would like tell you in a nice way. Like, nah, let me tell you. But in a way, I need that, because I need the happy medium, because low-key, I am Keita, but worse. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I need somebody to be real. Sensitive just wanted me to drop him all together. Like, F him. You deserve better. You are beautiful. You know, like, one thing about Sensitive will uplift you, but I just wish she uplifted herself. She didn't see her worth, right? So I'm like explaining to everybody, like, you know, I was heartbroken, because I'm like, dang, you know, like, wow, like, what's wrong with me, whatever. But then I kept saying, like, what's wrong with me? He's not. So I became cool with him. Okay, so I dropped him. Okay, so then Drunk comes around. I told you, I put a video up, and if I can find the video, I'll put it up. Okay, so whenever I put certain videos up, certain exes pop up, certain people pop up, certain friends pop up, because I think the fact that people was like, oh, she still look good, I'ma still try, right? All right, so I put a video up. I don't remember which one, but it was one that all my exes come up. And I think Triflin's brother said he does watch me, but I don't think he watched me anymore. But Triflin's brother got a promotion. He started doing well at work. You know, I was really proud of him, because, you know, I'm telling you, Triflin's brother is a great father. Even though he's like a fucked up type of person, but Triflin's brother is a great great dad. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when the whole he told me, I don't even know how we started conversating again. I think he hit me up, because I don't hit him up. I don't talk to him like that, because after the whole situation, I'm like, okay, whatever. So I think he hit me up, and we started having conversations here and there. We started talking, whatever, right? He was telling me he was the president, whatever. So then he calls me, probably Father's Day. And my son's father came around to come get my son. Mind you, we haven't seen him for 6 months, but he has a girlfriend now, so he wants to show the girlfriend, you know, this is my son, I'm a great dad, you know, he buy clothes, he buy sneakers, whatever. So I'm heading, I think he was coming to come pick up my son Friday morning. He came to pick up my son. No, Saturday morning he came to pick up my son, because now he wants to go get my son a haircut. He wants to do everything because he wants to show his girlfriend on Sunday. I'm a good dad, you know. I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad. You know what I'm saying? I hasn't picked up the boy for 6 months, but now the Sunday he wants to. So he go pick up my son, and I tell you, I never deny my son his dad, no matter whatever, because I want my son to grow up and see himself. I don't dog out the man in front of him. I just don't do whatever. That's your dad. Whatever. Even if you don't want to go to the dad, I'll pay him, but you'll go to your dad. You know, whatever. That's your dad. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with. Like, I know people always be like, yo, my family, like, they're like, after all he did to you guys, yeah, but that's still his dad. He did something to me, yes, but that's his dad. My son has to grow up and check him when he gets older, because my son already feels a way towards him, you know what I'm saying? So now, my son goes there, my son calls me, you know, talking about, oh, my dad lifting up the daughter, you know, because the girlfriend has a daughter too, so now he wants to be, you know, he's super dad, okay? I already know. I went through it, you know. So he goes, and on Sunday morning I have to go drop my mom's car, because like I told you, I don't got a car right now. So Sunday morning I was going to drop my mom's car. So Triflin's brother calls me, but I thought he called me by accident. So he calls me, and I said, hello. I said, oh, did you call me? He's like, yeah. It's crazy because he does soccer. He does, like, he's a coach. So he's like, oh, there's a game right around the corner from your house. Literally around the corner, because I live an hour away from Boston. He's like, literally around the corner from you. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. And he's like, the dude that I'm with, saying that the GPS must, I probably put the GPS your address instead of the place of the game. So I'm like, you know, because I tell you, we have a good conversation when he's cool and he's not evil. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. He said, what you doing? I said, oh, I'm heading to Randolph to go see my sister, whatever, right? He said, oh, okay, whatever. He's like, well, I'll talk to you later, type of thing. Okay, cool. So we have a conversation. He's cool. I told you, he's mad cool. Then we set up a date, like we were supposed to bang, chicken bang, but then something told me, nah. So I lied and said I have like health issues going on and whatever. So, he ended up having like a soccer game on that Sunday, so he's like, why don't y'all come, right? So my sister is very popular. My sister is me like when I was young, but my sister is really popular. So my sister's talking to everybody, So homeboy's telling everybody like, yo, this is my shorty, I'm like, I am not your shorty. Like, why is he telling everybody? But I told you, I never noticed how much power I have in a room. Like, and I didn't have makeup. I told you I lost a lot of weight, so a lot of my clothes fit like frumpy. So I wasn't dressed up. I didn't really like whatever. So I was kind of like there, still getting love. Guys are trying to talk to me, whatever, right? He kept saying, it's my girl, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he kept touching on me, whatever. Alright, cool. Then I said, we fast forward, we end up going home that weekend, and then he's, you know, texting me, he's talking to me, we're cool. But then he started being kind of rude again, because we were supposed to meet up that Saturday, right? And then I was like, you know, like I told you, this is when I made the excuse that, you know, I don't really want, you know, to see you, because he's like, oh, come meet up with me, come hang out. I was like, oh, I don't feel good, I have a lot of health issues. Yeah, so he was like, okay, whatever. So he starts giving like attitude. He said he was sick or whatever. So he's being rude, like out of nowhere. I don't know. He's having his little attitude. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? So I'm like kind of like going back and forth with him, like, you what's wrong with you? Whatever. Okay. Fast forward, Sunday comes, right? So Sunday comes and he says the same thing, like, oh, well, they're having a game for you to come, whatever. Okay. So this time I already looked good on whatever because I was gonna do a video. So I was like, okay, let me dress up Sunday morning. and then just go to Boston and whatever, because lately it's summertime, so I'm trying to go outside a little bit more so I can talk to people, because I'm like, yo, I'm kind of like sheltered. So he was like, okay, you know, come outside, you know, whatever, they're having a big game, come. Okay, then fast forward. I told you, Gene, the dude that I crashed his car, I have not seen Gene for over 14, 15 years, bro. My daughter is, how does it die? When I was 16, okay? I was dating Gene when the guy was 2, okay? So probably like 14 years, okay? 13, 14 years. I have not seen Gene, right? After we got into like an altercation, whatever, we broke up, right? And then he told me like the reason why, yo, like, anyway. So I go to the field, so I'm looking good. I'm getting attention like everywhere, like everyone, like, you know, that's the man. It's like I told people, the field is a side chick territory. This is not, if you go to the field and a man invites you to the soccer field, you are not his main girl, okay? You're the side girl, okay? The main girl's at home, okay? Only if he's feeling like he's just starting to date you, he'll bring you to the field to meet everybody. The thing about Haitian men, they're gonna lie. This is the wife. That's your wife. That's your wife. That's the wife. Yo, like, you know, that's the wife. Like, no, you're not the wife. You're the side chick. The wife is home with his kid, okay? Especially if you're older like me, right? So the sister's talking to everybody, like, you know, because she knows everybody. So I'm standing with homeboy. So my sister's friend comes up to me and says hi to me. He's like, oh, you gonna kiss my girl? Like, because in Haitian culture, they kiss you. And then I'm like, I am not his girl. And he's like, Tasha, stop. Like, no, don't stop. I'm not your girl. Like, I think you need to get that through his head. Like, I'm not your girl, right? So, I see Gene, right? And I don't know, maybe because me and Gene, we had beef for so long. So I turn around and I wave, like, you know, because usually I don't even know what made me wave, because I don't wave at people. I was like, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, so he comes, right? So my sister's like hugging him, like, what's up? And my sister is like hitting my back like this, like, because I told you, me and him are not cool. So she's doing it on purpose, like, oh, you know, like, you know, type of thing, like, ooh. So then he sees me. So my sister, okay, so there's a way Gene looks at me, right? Ever since we dated, his eyes will start twinkling. Like, everybody always say that, like, it's something of, like, his eyes will twinkle. My sister's like, my sister kept being a cock blocker, because my sister knew, like, she's like, yo, it was like, he was like high alert. So he comes, Gene's talking to me, and I kind of forgot about Triflin's brother because I'm just so sad. But Gene, at the time, was my #1, like, you know, for years. And then, anyhow, right? So Gene was like my #1. So, like I told you, no, me and Gene never, like, I don't even know. I don't think anybody has the chemistry that me and Gene has, right? Like, it just. It's just, I don't know, like I tell people that, oh, Gene, oh, Gene, child. Anyway, right? So me and Gene's talking, and we're like talking, but Gene's having a conversation, because I told you, I seen Gene mad times, and I thought we had drums the last time, whatever. So he's talking, and my sister keep like coming up, talking to her. He kept talking about like whenever I see Gene's look at her, she's blushing, and I was like, I don't blush, I'm black. But I don't know what it is when I'm around Gene, I become a little kid, like it's like a kitty type of thing. So he kept like talking to me, and I'm just like, cheesy. You see how cheesy I'm getting now, because it's like, oh my god. So he's like talking to me, and I'm just smiling. And he's like explaining, like, yo, you know, you still look good, you still look pretty, you know, blah blah blah, Tasha. And he goes, crazy T. I said, why everybody called me that? And the thing is, it's like everybody that don't hang out, he's like, crazy T. Crazy T. And I was like, right? So he's like talking, like he's having a conversation, he's explaining, whatever. But Gene has a girl, right? He has a girlfriend now. And I tell you, Gene's a very faithful guy. So he's like talking, he was like, yo, who would think, like, wow, like, this is crazy. It's been like how many years? And he was asking me about my daughter. I told you he was in my daughter's like for a little bit. He didn't, whatever. And he was like telling me. So I was like, I thought we had drums. And he was like, nah, like, I didn't really have drums with you, but how we broke up was effed up. And I said, honestly, I don't remember. Because I told you, I remember bits and pieces, but I know that me and him, after the whole situation, after my dad passed away and I cheated with my son's father, and then we started kind of like just being smashing buddies, but then we started having beef, right? Then he was like, nah, like, he's like, after the whole situation when you know, your son's father, your dad's funeral, he's like, I kind of knew you was kind of mourning, you was kind of whatever. He's like, we still was cool. He said the reason why we stopped talking was because one night your son's father came to the house drunk, and he was in the room, he slept over, and my son's father was in the living room. And I said, nah, like, why would I do that? Yeah, I must have been a really like naive girl. I said, for real? He said, yeah. He's like, yo, that shit's crazy. He's like, but he's like, I don't think you did it like on purpose. I think because the fact that he would not leave and you felt bad. You like, I said, nah, absolutely not. I would have called an Uber or a cab. I don't know. Maybe I'm different now. But I was like, what? Like, I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. Like, if that's whatever. He's like, you know, that means a lot. But I said, nah. Then I kind of forgot that I think I was talking to one of my boys, and he was like, nah, that's not why. He's like, I think the reason why y'all stopped talking was his boy passed away and you was using his car and the car got a flat, and then he started getting mad angry at you. And I said, yes. So I told him, he's like, yo, he's like, I don't remember that. I said, like, yo, it was like, honestly, like, reconnected. So we're just like talking, right? I forgot about Triflin's brother. So Triflin's brother leaves, right? So my sister was like, where's Triflin's brother? Where's Triflin's brother? I was like, I don't know. So I called him and I said, where you at? He's like, oh, I left you with your little friend so you can talk. So I'm like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I said, that's fucked up. Let me, you know, I came here for him. Let me go find Triflin's brother. So I'm looking for Triflin's brother, and he's like being Triflin's brother. Triflin's brother's dramatic. He's like, I left. I said, where are you? He's like, Hyde Park. I said, okay, well, let me go to Hyde Park. So I told Gene, bye, you know, I'll see you, you know, and then Triflin's brother was like, nah, you can say, I said, nah. He's like, I seen you was talking. And he did that last time, and last time I didn't notice he left either. So it's like, I thought he did the same thing. He said, oh, you was too busy talking to him. I said, but he did that last time, and I didn't call him for like an hour or two. Like, I forgot. I didn't notice he left. So, I'm like, well, I was like, well, I can come to you. Then he's like, oh, well, what's up with your cousin? That's your real cousin? I said, yeah, because my cousin, she's pretty, you know, my family's pretty. My cousin's thick. So he was like, oh, what's up with your cousin? I said, what do you mean, what's up with your cousin? He said, oh, forget you and your sister. Put me on with your cousin. Bro, after that, I was trying to be nice and cordial. Then it triggered me. And I said, you know what, Tasha? If you don't leave this old man alone, bro, I just blocked him. And then I just left it as that. And me and Gene, we talked a little bit on social media, but I don't mess with people who have relationships, yo. Like, I just don't. I know my karma comes fast. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. But man, listen. Me and Gene, he don't know the grown-up Tasha. I know I'm playing, but maybe I'm not. But, baby. Anywho. But yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened. And now I don't talk to Triflin's brother no more. And then Gene, it was just so nice seeing Gene. Oh man, it's so nice seeing him. Jesus. You know, like sometimes like when you recap and you're talking about certain things and you're like, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, sis. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.